Hello, welcome to my album review. Today we're going to be talking about St. Lucia's new album called Hyperion, and I'm going to go through the list of all the songs from the start from the end, and we're going to talk about my opinions of what I thought, how the album went, and I'll give it a rating at the end, and kind of compare it to the other albums that came out before it. So to start off, they started off with this album. They took a while to get this album out. It took like, I want to say it took like a good year and a half to actually get a new album, or maybe even 2 years. It was real, but it had the first two singles released. They released two singles at once. One of them was Brighter Love. The other one was Paradise Is Waiting, and I listened to those singles, and it was really exciting because it was like both of them were really good. And then they released the other songs individually until the album came out. But let's get started and let's see, and I'll tell you exactly how I felt about each song. So the first song is called Bigger, and I assume the song is about the during the time before the album came out. My thought of maybe why it took so long for the album to come out is because the two lead singers of the album had a baby. So I'm pretty sure that do all that stuff to get together before they had to come out with an album. And probably this had album inspired that climb to being pregnant till the baby was born, to after and taking care of it until it's time to get back to the band and everything. So I felt like the song was a nice nod to the kid, like to the daughter, to like, you can be anything, you're bigger, you're better, you know. And it was very uplifting, but I think it was a cute beginning. Not my top favorite songs, but it was a very cute beginning to the album. The next song is called A Brighter Love, which is completely love. I personally love this song. They released two of them. They released an edited one, and they released the original version, and the original version is completely great. Like I prefer it. I think the edited version kind of takes away the whole magic of how they built the song. But I love it. It's actually, I want to say it's my favorite song off the album. The next song is Paradise Is Waiting, which I thought sounded a lot like George Michael's Freedom 90. I think actually it'd be kind of cool to do like a mashup between those two and have like a like if a DJ kind of like, oh, Paradise Is Waiting and Freedom kind of thing, it would be kind of fun. But I like it. It's pretty repetitive, but I think that's the reason for the song to be repetitive like that way. But I liked it. The next song is Walking Away, which took me a while to actually get into. It has a very 80s synth kind of sound, and which is fun, but it just kind of didn't really feel, it felt very repetitive to me in the beginning, and until it kind of like worked its way of me hearing it multiple times, and especially with a couple friends that I know that love the song. And I definitely like the bridge where they change up the sound, and with the harmonies going on, it was really nice. The next song is Tokyo, which was more of a lower key song. They finally give you your first slower song off the album, and I personally didn't really like it. I thought it was slow, but it didn't really match the way that coming from Walking Away, it really took a big step down to a slower song without kind of gradually taking it to there. But it wasn't one of my favorites. The next song is China Shop, which I liked because it was very catchy. It was really good. It has a very how do I explain it? Like Tokyo had a Tokyo. While I felt like China Shop had the same thing going on. But I liked it. It was really catchy. The next song is Last Dance, which was another catchy song. It didn't really but like Tokyo and China Shop, this just didn't really stand out. You're not really completely memorable. Like they all sound the same some ways, but China Shop and Last Dance were catchy, just didn't really stand out. The next song is Full Moon Rising, and I personally loved Full Moon Rising. I honestly think it should have been a last song. I think that should have like skipped over the other two songs that we're gonna go through, and just been the last song because it stretches out and it reminds me a lot of When the Night from When the Night album, their first album, and it's just like it's long, it's fun, and it's spacey kind of. I really like it. The next song is Next to You, which is one of my least favorite songs as well. It didn't really stand out as much. It sounds like a meaningful song, but to me, it didn't really stand out. And finally, the last song is You Should Know Better, which is, I think that they kind of did the whole thing like they did with Always from Matter and When the Night from When the Night album. I felt like they did a longer version of You Should Know Better, and it just didn't really speak to me. It wasn't really anything matching to Always or to When the Night. It just like those two I had to compare it to, and I tried to like divide it from those type of things, but still didn't really speak to me. All in all, the album, I give it like a 7 out of 10. Not too bad, not too great. Definitely Matter and When the Night is definitely still better than that. I do appreciate the sound of it. It's different, and I really like it. I would still give it a 7 out of 10 out of all of it. So, what's your favorite? What was your best song? What was your worst song off the album? Did you listen to the album? Did you like it? Give me an answer down below. And if you do have any songs or any albums you would like me to listen to, I'm very open to different types of genres and different types of sound, and I love getting to new albums. So if you have any other ones that you would like me to share, to talk about and review, please leave a comment below of which album, and I'll get into it. I'll try to get as much as I can. So until then, I'll see you on the next album review.